Hi everybody, my name is Ciara LaShawn. Thank you so much for clicking on my channel and seeing me today. If you are new here, welcome. If you are not new here, welcome back. I'm so glad to see you guys. I wanted to share something about my life today that I think some of you may be able to relate to, that maybe that's why you're here, or maybe some of you aspire to this, but regardless, I'm just gonna give you the truth. I'm gonna tell you about my life and what my day-to-day looks like. So I am a stay-at-home, work-from-home mom. For those of you who don't know, my daughter, she is a year and a half. Her name's Avia. She's awesome. I spend lots of time with her. You see her a lot on my channel. Praise God. Right now she's with her dad, so I have a chance to film a video. She's amazing. And I have had the pleasure of staying at home with her since she was pretty much born, actually. I went through grad school with her, served at churches, so I worked at churches with her. Luckily, I haven't had to actually leave her for a long period of time. When I would intern at churches, I would just leave her for maybe 2-3 hours, but we'll get into that. So majority of her childhood or her life, I have been here the whole time. I'll give you a backstory real quick. When I had Avia, one, she was premature, and then two, I had preeclampsia. So after I had her, which was an emergency, it was an emergency C-section, and then I got preeclampsia a few days later, postpartum preeclampsia, I was not able to see her. And they wouldn't let me hold her because they said that the medicine that I was on was I was gonna drop her basically. And that's not true, but that's what they told me. They literally said that they were afraid that I would drop her. So they wouldn't let me hold my baby in her first week of life. And my first week as a mom is really traumatic. And so when I got out of the hospital, it was I think it did something to me mentally that I was I'll never, and I know this might sound so unhealthy, but I was I'll never leave her. I know it sounds so unhealthy, but it formed this really, really big attachment and anxiety in me because it was the hardest thing I've ever had to do, was to be separated from my newborn. I don't know if you've ever had to experience that, but that is hard. Not even getting to see her, not even letting her, they wouldn't even let her come into the room to see me. That was very traumatic. And it was so traumatic that it made me scared every time I knew I was going to be away from her for a short period of time. So some people, they work from home because they desire it, and I do desire it. But also part of our story is I had that traumatic experience, which makes it almost, I don't want to cry, but almost inconceivable to leave her. And it's you probably won't understand unless you've been there. I did whatever I could to make sure that I was going to be able to have this stay-at-home life. And thank God, Dante, he has a good job. So I'm able to stay at home. Then I was able to find a job where I was able to work from home. And my job is very flexible, and they're very open, and they love my daughter. So it's a dream come true, sort of, kind of. But the truth about working from home is that it is not always easy. And I think that some people, even without working from home, staying at home as a mom is a job in itself. And I learned that in her first year. So she was born June 24th, 2021. I didn't start working until September 2022, which means I had a year of being at home with her. And then when I started my job September 2022, then I was working. But I had a year of just being a stay-at-home mom. That in itself was hard, stressful. I was on anxiety meds, so it's not easy. But I was also postpartum, so that's part of it. But I guess I just want to say, for the people who aspire to be stay-at-home moms, that it's something beautiful, but it's also something that's so hard, and it's rewarding, but it's difficult. I feel like people think that stay-at-home moms just are at home on their laptop shopping, and maybe stay-at-home moms who have 8-year-olds can do that. But I'm a stay-at-home mom who has a toddler, so my story is different, and I've been at home with her since she was an infant, since she was a newborn. So my story is a bit different. So instead of being able to just search the internet and look at go online shopping throughout the day. My day starts a little bit with, making her breakfast and then cleaning up after her for her breakfast, giving her lots of attention because she demands your attention. When she's done eating her breakfast, she's going to want to spend time with me. She might play with her toys for a second, but then she's going to come knock, knock, knock and, want to spend time with me. And then your house has to get clean. So not just cleaning behind the child after they eat, which is like I'm mopping every single day. I'm mopping every day just to clean the mess she makes. And then there's other household things like folding needs to happen. Somebody has to do it. Dishes. Somebody has to do it. Somebody has to cook. So while Dante's at work, since I'm the person at home, it only makes sense that I'm the person cooking as well. Somebody has to do it. So I'm cooking, cleaning, and then some nights I might not even be cooking because it's like, okay, it's either I cook or I clean or I cook or, sometimes I can't cook because she's pulling out my leg. And then on top of that, I was like, okay, I need to get a job because I had graduated grad school. So like while I was in grad school, I wasn't working, but I was interning at a few different churches. So what I would do is I would just bring Avia to church with me because they loved her. This is church. We love Jesus. We love babies. So they would allow me to bring her to church. And on days that I didn't bring her to church, I would just leave her with Avia for a few leave her with Avia. I would leave her with Dante for like 3 hours, maybe run up to the church, do whatever I need to do at the church, then come right back and spend time with her. So I have been blessed to have that type of flexibility to be able to, still be a stay-at-home mom or still be very present throughout her little baby years. And then once I graduated grad school, I was able, and then even while in grad school, forgot to say this, I was on online classes. So I had all my classes online except for I think my last semester I did one in-person class, and that was hard. That was actually very hard. I remember crying. I remember crying before I had to actually go in person. It was really bad. Like I was scared, shaking because I was gonna have to be in person because I didn't want to leave her. So I might have developed some unhealthy attachment. I just love being able to be with my daughter and see those special moments and being able to say like I've seen her grow right in front of my eyes. Like there's not something in her life that I've missed. So fast forward to September after graduation, I ended up getting a job. I work from home and I do marketing and manage 3 offices in California. So the good thing about my job is that they're on California time. So I'm actually able to wake up a little bit later or wake up earlier here, but spend my time getting Avia together, and I don't have to like start work at basically 8 a.m. my time or 7 a.m. my time. My day actually doesn't have to start till like 12 in the afternoon. Some of the things that my shirt doesn't look like I have on a shirt. Some of the things that I do to keep my daughter occupied while I'm working is like I'll let her watch TV, which I know a lot of times people are like, screen time, no. And I'm like, guys, they can actually learn a lot. She really likes this YouTube channel. Lady, her name's Miss Rachel, and she like teaches them shapes, colors, how to talk. And I play that for Avia, and I'm like, hey, you want to watch Miss Rachel? And she's like, yes. So I'll make her some breakfast and I'll put on Miss Rachel. I'll take that time, do some work, and really that's how my day goes. I'll take a break from work every once in a while whenever I can, maybe take 30 minutes to an hour, spend time with her, paint with her, color with her, play with her. Sometimes we'll go outside when it would be warmer outside. We would go outside and play for like an hour, come back in, I get back to work. Best times of the day are when she has naps. She'll take, maybe if I'm lucky, she'll take a 2-hour nap. Oftentimes she'll take a 1-hour nap, so then I'll nap. The only thing is that yes, I'm getting paid, so that's good. Yes, I have flexibility. That's good. The only thing is that now that I have a job, sometimes cooking falls off or cleaning falls off. Cleaning falls off a lot, y'all. It's actually really terrible. It's really, really bad because you have to realize I have to work. And you have to treat your job, even if it's a work from home job, you have to still treat it as if it's like a in-person job. So you can't not work, especially if there's no results. So you have to still work so that you can still produce results so that you keep your job. Then you also have to entertain your toddler because they're going to be upset if you're just boring them because you're not spending time with them. Like I can't lock myself in my office. I have an office. I can't lock myself in my office for 8 hours or 5 hours and not spend time with my daughter at all. So it's like balancing that. So sometimes cleaning falls off while she's napping. Instead of spending that hour working, I'll spend that hour cleaning. Work is flexible because I'm the marketing manager, so I'm able to often just do the work on my own time. I can work at midnight if I want to, again, as long as results are shown. My advice to you, if this is the type of life that you want, you can have it. And I think that a lot of times people look down at stay-at-home moms and they don't realize that yes, you can be a stay-at-home mom, but you can also work from home. You can work from home full-time, you can work from home part-time. It really depends on what you're looking for and what you desire. I really encourage you to look for jobs that are work from home if this is what you want. I often get asked, you're so lucky, how did you get to work? How did you get a work from home job, like where you have this type of flexibility? It's because I asked for it. That's what I wanted. I didn't apply for something that wouldn't give me that. I didn't apply for jobs that were in-person jobs. I specifically applied for remote jobs. I was on Indeed, y'all. I just went on Indeed. It wasn't even that complicated. It wasn't like I was on I wasn't on LinkedIn trying to prove myself and trying to get these huge corporate positions. I was just on Indeed and I found this job out of Santa Barbara, California, and I applied and I got it. And I interviewed and I got it. And trust me, I've applied and interviewed for other jobs that I didn't get. So it kind of goes both ways, but really just don't give yourself another option if that's the type of life for you. If you are like, I need to make X amount of money, but I do want to be a stay-at-home mom. Okay, cool. So only apply to jobs with that amount of money. And I know y'all are probably listening and thinking she makes it sound so easy. There's no work near me. That's the point. You're working a remote job. My job is nowhere near me. So you shouldn't worry about if there's work near you, if the company's near you. If you want to work from home, the opportunities are endless. There are remote jobs everywhere. COVID did that for us, okay? COVID. Got to, but COVID did that for us. And thank God. I don't say thank God for COVID because that's like really sad and kind of weird. God, allowed COVID. And one of the benefits is that the world is moving more digital and more jobs are becoming remote. A lot of places don't want to pay rent. So if you want to work from home, okay, sure. So that's what I do. As cliche as it sounds, I suggest you just look for what you want and apply for what you want and don't apply for anything else, because then you're going to be unhappy if you don't want to go to a physical job. Don't apply for a physical job. People are like, how did you get a stay-at-home job? Because I applied for a stay-at-home job. So apply for stay-at-home jobs, go on Indeed. And also, if you live near family, don't hesitate to ask for help from family. I live 20 minutes from 2 of my aunts. So sometimes I'll ask one of them to watch Avia or ask the other one to watch Avia. And only for a few hours. I don't leave her over there for 8 hours, but I'll maybe drop her off for 3 hours or so I could just have some time to really focus and power through something. Or I'll call a friend over. So I have a friend who also works from home. I'll call her over and say, hey, you want to work together? That way she's able to also kind of help me watch Avia and we're both able to do our work. It just you have that help, but it's not going to be easy. So maybe plan your meals throughout the week. Think of easier meals to cook, because that's really where I mess up. It's I don't feel like cooking tonight because I have so much going on. I hope that some of this information was helpful to kind of put this life into perspective for you, because it is rewarding. Yes, it's hard, but it is rewarding because I got to help Avia walk. I got to see her walk. I got to teach her ABCs. I get to teach her how to use the potty. I actually am there for her, and I know that she wakes up and she's like, mommy, I get to spend time with mommy today. And eventually I'm not anti daycare, but I just love being able to spend time with her and be home with her. I think it's healthy for the both of us and it works for my family. Listen, I want y'all to go through this journey with me. So subscribe to my channel so that you can go through this work from home, stay at home mom journey with me, because I'm still learning it too. And I'm going to be posting and sharing some videos on what I learned throughout this time, even though I've been doing it for a year. So I know a little bit, but we can go through this together. So if you want to see more content like this about staying at home, working from home mothers, then subscribe to my channel, or just working from home in general. Subscribe to my channel and I'll be sharing some more of that. Also, if you breastfeed your child, I have a lot of content on breastfeeding. That's really something I'm passionate about. So subscribe to me for that. Also, I love Jesus. So if you love Jesus, subscribe for that. All right, leave me comments in the comment section below about your experience as a stay-at-home work from home mom or stay-at-home work from home husband or just someone who wants to work from home. What's your experience? What's it looking like for you? Do you have any interviews coming up that I can pray for you? I love you guys. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.